to upload data to Core K-12 or TMSDS or MSTAR, one of the most common reasons for the upload to be rejected is for duplicate ID numbers. I'm going to walk through the steps I use to check a data file for duplicate entries. There are three different sections that you look at. One is duplicate student ID numbers. We'll look at that first. The second is teacher ID numbers being duplicated. And the third is when a student and teacher share an ID number. First thing you want to do to check for student ID number duplicates is to perform a sort. We're going to do a custom sort at 4 levels. So we need to add 4 levels. The first sort is by the student ID, the second by the student last name, the third by the student first name, and the last by the campus ID. We sort our data. Now we have it in an order where we're able to check for duplicates. We move over to the right-hand side of our data. I'd like to skip a column. I move to column AB, and I need to enter a formula. You can type the formula, or you can copy and paste it. I'm going to copy and paste it. Save a little time here. Copy. And then I'm going to paste it. And now we have our formula in place. Our formula checks to see if the ID numbers are the same. Then it checks to see if the last name is different, first name is different, or the campus ID number is different. If the ID number is the same and any of the other 3 situations occur, we print the word duplicate in column AB. If nothing, it prints nothing if these particular situations don't arise. Now that we have our formula in this spot, we want to copy it and then paste it down to the bottom of our data, however far that is. Then each place you see the word duplicate, you see that you will have a duplicate to look at. The first one we see here is in row 13. When we look at those entries, we look and we see that starting in 12, we have row 12, 13, 14, and 15 all have the same ID number, but we have 2 different students. Each student has to be associated with an ID number, and it has to be unique. You can't have 2 students with the same ID number, so you would have to fix that problem. The second place is right here in row 24. In row 24, we see basically the same problem. 2 different students, same ID number. Also, there are different campuses with the same ID number, which you can't have either. We'll see that a little bit better in just a moment. We look a little farther down. We see that our next is in row 54. In row 54, we look at the entries. We see that we have 2 different ID numbers, 2 different students, first names, same ID number, same last name, same campus. Chances are this is the same student. You just have this situation arise where someone uses a nickname and someone else uses the full name. Next possibility here is in row 63. In row 63, we see 4 identical ID numbers, same first name, same last name, same student. Problem is 2 different campuses. Each student can be associated with 1 campus only. Teachers can be associated with multiple campuses, but not students. Here, probably a student moved from elementary school to middle school and was never erased out of the elementary part of the database. We move over. Our next is in row 81. In row 81, we have the same basic problem we just looked at. One student, two different campuses. Then in row 85, we have two students with the same ID number again. Here's the ID number, two entirely different students that have the same last name, same campus, but different first names. So, two different students.